Hi guys, welcome back to yet another video. My name is Martin, filming this in my storage unit today. This morning I filmed with Mon Comics. There was 5 of us and we were showing off our top 5 comics in our collection. So if you want to go over to Mon's Comics and check it out, it's a fun video. So it's m.o.n. Middle of Nowhere Comics. I might even tag Mon into this video, but what I'm doing on this video is a response to Comic Collector Geek's cover challenge. So Alan, the Comic Collector Geek, every Friday he asks us to partake in a challenge, and this week it's 2000's comics. So it went from 90s, so every book in the 90s and 80s and 70s and 60s, and now it's all of the 2000s. So from 2000 all the way through to 2023, and there's a lot to choose from. There's a lot of really good stuff. There's one book up there I would have loved to have gotten to show off because I bought it off the rack, but it is up there. Yeah. It's difficult to get. But anyhow, I got some really fun books to show off. The first one is Archie 600. It's the proposal comic. So Archie marries Veronica. And yeah, Archie 600. And I remember when this came out, it was billed as Archie finally makes a decision. He finally chooses Veronica. But it was like a 6-part series, and it was very interesting in that he married Betty in one reality and he married Veronica in the other reality. And so the story chopped and changed between issues to see how his life panned out with either woman. So yeah, that was interesting. So the next one I have for you is Aquaman, issue 75. So this was the end of Peter David's long run. Eric Larson was a writer at the time, and Steve Epting was doing the artwork, but Mike Kaluta did the covers for this storyline, and I absolutely loved it. So this came out in 2001, and yeah, I remember when it came out, I was a bit disappointed that they weren't able to make it to issue 100. And Aquaman, he went into hiatus for a fair long while after this. I think 3 or 4 years they didn't have an Aquaman book. So as an Aquaman fan, I was a bit disappointed. But the next one I have for you is Animal Man, issue 1. Now, I was introduced to Animal Man thanks to the New 52. I did not like the New 52 era, but I loved this story. I loved the story. I loved Trevor Foreman's artwork. Yeah, Trevor Foreman. And I loved that he was a family man that could speak to every single animal in the world. I read every single issue, and then I backtracked and got the previous series, which is mind-blowing. Where they went with Buddy Baker's story in this volume and the previous was incredible. So I was very happy with that. The next one I have for you is Amazing Spider-Man issue 700. Now, Dan Slott, I can see why he gets criticism, but also he tells a very fun story, and this was one of them. But it is a controversial story. Dr. Octopus takes over Peter's body. What they did with the story, though, I found interesting. And getting back to this this issue, though, just check out the cover. Check out all the little Spider-Mans and Mary Janes and Venoms, all to make Spidey half of Spider-Man's mask. Incredible artwork. Just loved it. Great cover there. The next one is Ultimate Fantastic Four issue 22. It's the first appearance of zombies in the Ultimate Universe. Now, I remember during the pandemic, the cost of this book skyrocketed, and I could not understand why. I finished reading Ultimate Fantastic Four pretty much soon after this. It wasn't for me. That being said, though, I have been reading the Fantastic Four since the 90s, and I don't think I'm going to be stopping anytime soon. But yeah, for something about this, just it was kind of yeah. But yeah, there we are. What I have for you next is issue 12 of The Punisher. Now, I wanted to show off issue 1, but it was not where I thought it'd be. So I thought I'd show off issue 12. Now, this is part of the Welcome Home Frank storyline, which really kicked The Punisher off for the 2000s. Garth Ennis had a lot of fun with this character. He knew the character, he knew what he could do and what he could not do. And so they did 12 issues, and it sold very, very well, and then it expanded to a 75 issue run. And I don't think Garth was on the entire run, but his issues in particular were a lot of fun. So yeah, that's issue 12. The next one, I've got 4 more to go. The next one, though, is Wolverine issue 66. It's the first appearance of Old Man Logan. Now, this was not a series I was reading at the time, but when I saw the solicitation for this, I picked it up. I'm not a fan of Mark Millar, but I am a fan of Steve McNiven's artwork. Mark Millar, yeah, a little bit puerile for me, but this really felt like a fan story, and Marvel have really done a lot with this. It's not its own universe; it's its own separate storyline, and they've really tapped that quite well. But yeah, this was the starter for it. So the next one I have for you is Avengers No Surrender. Sorry, Avengers 684. It's the first appearance of the Immortal Hulk, and this was yet another book that skyrocketed in price, particularly when the Immortal Hulk series was ongoing, and it was told very well. The Avengers were going through a storyline, and this was kind of an offshoot of that storyline where the Hulk went off and did his own thing and really got back to the horror elements of the Hulk. And I think that excited a lot of people, because the Hulk was kind of lost and trying to find its way until this. And yeah, it really gave the Hulk a shot in the arm, and it was a great read. So the next one, it's also a New 52 one. It's Swamp Thing issue 1. Just absolutely brilliant, absolutely beautiful. Look at that cover. I had not been a serious Swamp Thing reader until New 52. I picked this up and I did not stop. This was right up my alley. I loved this series, and I've since gone back and bought a bunch of Swamp Thing issues, and I've realized what you could do with Swamp Thing, and I've also realized that you'd have to really struggle to tell a bad Swamp Thing story. Yeah, but yeah, there we are. Check out that cover, just absolutely beautiful. So the last one I have to show off, and I showed this off on Mon Comics video this morning. It's Ultimate Fallout 4, first appearance of Miles Morales. Now I bought this, I didn't know I bought it at the time. I bought a pack, like a bulk lot of, it was titled as SpiderMan comics and Wolverine comics, and it was from a newsagent that had shut down during the pandemic, and there was 240 books for $180, and this was one of them. I remember I cracked them all open and I had them out, and I hadn't divided them up, but I just started going through them, and they had Ultimate Fallout 1, and I got very excited, and then 2 and 3, and I held my breath, and then I realized it has to be in here, and yet sure enough, here it is, and it's in great condition, and I I jumped up and down, and my son was standing next to me, and he's like, "What's the big deal, Dad?" And I told him the significance of this book, and he's like, "Yeah, okay, that's pretty cool." So yeah, that's my story of getting this issue. Now, if you would like to partake in the cover challenge, you can tag Comic Collector Geek in it. You can tag myself in it. I'd love to check them out. But you do a video and you put comic cover challenge, like hashtag comic cover challenge, and you do hashtag 2000's. And yeah, I'd love to see what you've got. And thanks for sticking with me. I hope you like those top 10. Please let me know. Please like and subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll catch you at the next one. Bye.